Hey folks, Shane Burgess here, and today I'm visiting with Elizabeth Heuisler. We're going to meet with her in an amazing lab. Her work in the fashion world is truly remarkable and exemplary of how we in Kales empower students with the skills they need to succeed and thrive in the real world. So let's dive in now and see what they're up to.
There's a lot more to fashion than just drawing a picture or going into a store and buying it. The second largest business to the food industry. It employs millions of people. A lot of people don't even know the jobs that are there, and that's what the beauty of this program is. I'm Elizabeth Heuisler, and I'm Assistant Professor of Practice here at the Fashion Industry Science and Technology program. And this is our lab that we use, and students come in and do some wonderful creations. Our program is only 3 years old, and the interest that it has drawn is just amazing. The beauties of this program is that it is so broad and gives students a really good view of every place that they can go into this industry, that it's not just made for one type of person. There's a variety of things. So whatever your particular interest, your particular strength is, there's a place for you. And you shouldn't be afraid just because you're not into fashion or you don't like to dress or something like that. There's a place for you. And students learn about that. They start to see, wow, I could be doing this. I like clothing. And as I've said before, it's something that's so familiar to all of us, but we don't realize the variety and the extent of it and the extent of the industry itself and how broad it is. And with our program, we really give our students a whole view of everything that you could possibly do in this industry, starting from it being sustainable, to the textiles, to the science of it. It's really STEM involved. And there's a lot of interest in it. And it doesn't just stop at you're learning something in the classroom. It gets applied after the classroom. It gets applied outside of the classroom.
Tell me about Dogs N Denim.
Well, we had it in one of our classes, but it got so big and it took up so much time that we took it out, and now it's its own class. It's called Fashion for a Purpose. And what we did this year was, my feeling with that class was that we had to make it so that it was more, not just student doing it for student. So we decided to use service dogs. And it was fabulous, because you not only had the stories of the dogs and what they meant to their owners, but we get donated denim, and they take the denim and they make them into dog coats. This is one that was in the process that we didn't use in the show, but this would fit on a pretty large dog. You can kind of see how it would. But that's 2 pairs of old jeans. Now this is something that would have ended up in a landfill, and now it's being reused. You have a dog wearing it, people stop and go, oh wow, and we do a little fashion show with it. So the students not only get to make the garment, then they get to produce this fashion show. Upcycling is you're taking something, a previous garment, a shirt, a jacket, whatever, and you're making it into something else. And that's what we do with the program, what we do with the jackets. They come in and we start talking. We talk about manufacturing, we talk about reusing things, and we talk about upcycling things. We talk about the consumer. Who is your consumer? What are they doing? What are they interested in? I divide them into groups, and they all have little teams. And then I give them the jerseys. And they start looking at the jerseys, and a lot of them will start doing some sketching, they'll do it on the computer, whatever, and they'll start getting out ideas. The best part that I can say that I love about the class is that when they first get the jerseys, and they'll stand there and they're looking at the jersey, and they're going, and I can see this panicked look on their face, and I'll say, okay. And I gather them around the table and I just start cutting into it. I say, just start cutting it. And then they become like sharks in an eating frenzy. And they're just in there and they're cutting away, and I'll put this here and I'll put that there. And that is I call it the aha moment, because it's like they all realize that, wow, this is great. I can just take these and I can make something out of this. Our students take like this was a football jersey, and our students took it and cut it down and made it into something that would be more of just a crop top, okay? they took it in, they designed it. The manufacturer took this, he adjusted it somewhat, and now he's actually making these with some tweaks on it. The joy that I get is when students see something that they've made and they feel like, wow, I really came away with something. As I've said, you know, you write a paper and it's there and it's done, but you create a garment and it's something you can carry around. You can wear it, you can say, I've done it. And it gives me such pleasure to see the students realize that, wow, I really can do something other than just write and coming to the university. And it's that transition that they make, those aha moments that I have in every class. Every class that I have, I get one of those aha moments where a student goes, I didn't know I could do this. Wow, this is done. Oh, this is great. You know, and it's just that feeling that they have really accomplished something. Because when you have something that's physical, it's just, you can see it. It's like a new car, you know. You're riding in that new car. Well, you're wearing clothing that you made. And it's not that I did it, it's they do it themselves, because I can't get in there and sew it for them. And that's when I think they realize that, wow, I have the power. The power is within them. I'm not going to do it for you. You can do it yourself. And I think that gives the students that feeling of empowerment, that they have created something.
Big thank you and shout out to Elizabeth for showing us around her incredible lab. Elizabeth, your innovations are truly inspiring for me. And so thank you everyone for joining me today as I learned everything that Elizabeth is doing for everyone. And until next time, I'll see you around our incredible college.